Okay, kids, you probably already heard of sea level rise. There are three important things to know about sea level rise. One is, where does it come from and is it uniformly distributed? We say global mean sea level rise is going up, but is it going up everywhere? And the other thing is the sea level also going to come from melting sea ice? We said Arctic sea ice is being lost. Does that contribute to sea level rise? And of course, then you have to remember that the contribution to sea level rise is going to come from multiple components. If you warm the water, which we are doing with global warming because we are trapping more energy, more heat, 90% of that heat we are trapping is going into the ocean. So the water actually expands. Warm water has a higher volume, so sea level goes up in the global mean. Why is it not evenly distributed? It's like, imagine a cup of coffee and you put a spoon and you churn it, and see, the level of the coffee will be higher at the edges, low in the middle. Why is this similar? Because earth is rotating and we have winds and we have currents in the ocean, heat is being moved around and so on. So the sea level rise is not uniform. It's going up in some places and actually has to go down in some other places. But if you're an island and you're very close to the water, or you're a country like Bangladesh with a lot of islands and very close to sea level, and of course if you're a city like Miami or Manhattan or Mumbai, then you have to worry about sea level rise as well. And remember that the planning for sea level also has to include things like cyclones, because cyclones can bring much more water. Okay, so sea level cannot rise from sea ice because sea ice is already in the ocean. It's like having ice cubes in your cup of water, and if the ice melts, it's not going to increase the volume, it's not going to start flowing over. So it's the glaciers that have collected snow over decades and centuries, and sometimes even longer than that, million years. That water is going to flow back if the glaciers melt into the ocean, and that's going to raise sea levels as well. Okay, so sea level is rising in the global mean, not everywhere, and a lot of it comes from the warming of the oceans, and some of it comes from the melting glaciers, and the currents and the heat is moving around, so the sea level gets distributed across the planet as well. Okay, it's a fairly simple concept, so listen to the podcast, make sure you understand, and if you don't, of course, you know how to ask questions, right? See you next time.